Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters. Welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll discuss why feedback is so important. Feedback. Take it and like it. Why soliciting and applying feedback is so important. Let's say you've been working at your job for a while and you feel like things are going well, but you aren't actually sure. You haven't gotten any solid feedback that tells you if you're going to be fired, promoted, or languishing in the same position for years to come. So what do you do if you don't have a boss that tells you what you want to know? You ask. Don't wait for your yearly review to roll around. Be proactive and start now. Asking your boss for feedback is an awesome idea because 1. Maybe you'll get some feedback. 2. It lets your boss know you want it. Hence, you're more likely to get some feedback the next time you meet. And 3, it's a good way to ask for more opportunities. After receiving positive feedback, plant the seed that you'd like to take on more responsibility. If you have a generally decent boss, ask them outright for the feedback you seek. Your boss is not Professor X and can't read your mind, so you may have to ask them for it. If you have regular one-on-one meetings, take time at the beginning to ask about how you're doing. If you're unsure how well you executed on a specific deliverable, ask about it directly after wrapping the project. Not only does this give you things to point to during your yearly review, but you're also helping your boss out by getting them to think about your progress more than once per year. Asking for feedback sounds pretty straightforward, right? It generally is. And should be. But I do have a word of warning. If your boss sucks and doesn't usually give you any feedback, they might give you unhelpful feedback when forced into a corner. My general rule, if you don't respect them, don't ask them. Instead, ask your peers or employees for feedback. Sure, it's a little more work, but if you want to be a leader, you have to be tenacious. Never assume people will take notice of you. Take the initiative yourself. If you're an aspiring leader, accept the feedback you're given and use it to grow. It's important that you listen, and remain open. Be prepared that some things you hear might not be positive, and it's best not to react defensively if you hear something you don't like. Uncomfortable conversations are easier for both you and your boss when you're receptive. That said, if you're unsure of the feedback you received, think about it for 24 hours and decide whether it feels true to you. Hint, if you hear the same thing from multiple people, it probably is. After you've processed any unflattering feedback, try saying, I was thinking about what you told me, and I want to work on it. Do you have any ideas? Or, I've been thinking of possible ways I can improve. Can I run some things by you? Your boss will appreciate your thick skin and your ability to grow and change. Want some feedback from a professional? Sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, or join my Kickstart Leadership course today. That's this week's episode of Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, thanks for being awesome. Give us a follow, a like, a share, and even a review if you feel like it. We'd really appreciate it. Cheers. If you haven't downloaded my free ebook, 5 Heroic Leadership Skills, click on the link in the description. Tune in next week for your next episode of Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thank you. Hey there, press starters. Conversations with Christopher is coming back, and we need you. If you're a veteran leader in the video game industry and have years of experience and wisdom to share, we want to hear from you. Share your insights and knowledge on topics such as team management, project leadership, industry trends, and more. Your unique perspective can be a valuable resource for aspiring leaders and those new to the industry. If you're a new leader in the video game industry, we want to hear from you too. Share your experiences as you navigate your way through a new role, the challenges you faced, and the successes you've achieved. Your insights can provide inspiration and guidance to others who are just starting their leadership journey. And if you're an aspiring leader looking for advice, this is the perfect opportunity for you to ask questions to an industry expert. Whether you're looking for advice on how to get started in the industry, how to advance your career, or how to overcome obstacles, this is your chance to get answers from someone who has been there. So, if you're interested in being a part of the conversation, reach out to Christopher, that's me, at Christopher@PressStartLeadership.com. Let us know a little bit about yourself and what you'd like to talk about, and we'll be in touch to schedule a time for the conversation. In addition to sharing your leadership insights and experiences, we want to offer you the opportunity to promote your company, book, open positions, or anything else you'd like to share with our thousands of listeners. This is a chance to showcase your brand and let people know what you and your company are all about. So, whether you're promoting a new game release, a job opening at your studio, or your latest book, this is your chance to get the word out to a wide audience of video game industry professionals and enthusiasts. We believe that conversations with industry leaders are an important way to help others learn and grow, and we're excited to offer this platform to you. So don't miss out on this opportunity to share your wisdom, promote your brand, and connect with others in the video game industry. That's right. Email me, Christopher, at Christopher@PressStartLeadership.com to schedule a conversation today. We can't wait to hear from you.